How's it going, guys? PhantomCave here with today's old comic review, and today we have a very special thing for you today. We have the Assassination President Lincoln, and it's a new story. It's a new story back when things were going pretty good. I'm pretty sure they were going pretty good. There's back in 1999, and today we have the assassination of President Lincoln, so let's get into it. And it's a special book from Jim Shepard today, and it's so good. So let's get into it. So the Phantom, it starts off with, obviously in most Phantom comics, with the dailies and the Sunday Telegraph, or the Sundays and dailies in general. Sometimes it starts off with the Phantom explaining what has gone on with a certain object or certain item that is presently probably historical or something that he would have got given or something like that. And so his young boy Kit has found the sword that Abraham Lincoln gave him to his forefather of the 16th Phantom. And so that delves into a story being when Lincoln was getting, the plot is it's getting assassinated. He's basically getting assassinated by what we know as the person who assassinated him, which was, I think, some guy called Booth. And his name actually, I think, is world-renowned, but in a wrong way, because he assassinated Lincoln, obviously. But the Phantom actually tries to intervene, and he's actually a captain. When this whole thing was going on, it was with the Civil War, I know, and as we saw, Lincoln gives a sword to the 16th Phantom, and then he's basically been dreaming. He's dreamt of being assassinated, which is not that very good if you think of it mindset wise, but we all know, if you look at, I think, the documents I think these are the documents, but they're just in comic art form. If we look at those, it says that he has had dreams, and because this is a historical comic, this historical link to it, they want to make sure it's all accurate with the stuff that had been going on in that era, and that is being represented in this comic, because Cesar Spadari, who is the comic artist in this comic, he's actually, to me, what Jim Shepard said, he's doing a great job in this comic industry, and hopefully if I can contact him, I'll get him on the PhantomCave community interviews. But so here it is. There it is. So this guy Booth is assassinating Lincoln, gets shot in the head, and then the guy falls and breaks his leg, and he says "Sic Semper Trientis," which means "ever thus to triumphs." He's getting away, stop him. And then so that leads on to the president dying, obviously, and then there's a big search for the people and their conspirators, and Phantom obviously helps with that. And yeah, it's just I thought it was a good comic, but it is historical linked, so yeah, it's just a good comic. And plus it was back in 1999, but yeah, anyway. They still, I reckon, are doing pretty good in the comic industry. If you are, and if we can try and turn this page. And we get to the end where in historical linked that the guy who actually had assassinated Lincoln actually went up in either shot. There's rumors that he had shot himself, or a police officer that disobeyed his laws shot him. So, and he didn't even get a trial, so that's not that great. And so we end it with a couple questions. Do you think I'll be, and this is Kit saying, do you think I'll be as brave and as clever as our forefather? And the Phantom says, I mean, wise enough to ever become involved in a course of history or not? And the Phantom says, 21st Phantom says, a good question, Kit, but that's a decision you'll never have to make. Fate will determine it for you. I'm glad to hear it, Papa. So what Kit says, so the 16th Phantom led the 16th cavalry to the 16th president's murder. As I said, fate. Now put Lincoln's sword back in the treasure room. Aye aye, sir. And that's why it all started, this comic, is because Kit found Lincoln's sword, and now because Jim Shepard wanted to put some history in it, and because it's history linked, well, it all has all the history of President Lincoln's death, sort of history on it. And it also, I liked the idea how they put in the murder, the wanted thing, and what he actually says is that the top picture of Abraham Lincoln is supposedly the last ever photograph taken of the murdered president. Now, next coming issue, when back in 1999, would have been a 100-page special, and it features the last story, Lee Falk's last daily adventure, the Albie. And yeah, I think it's a wraparound cover or something like that. So subscribe, like, share, comment down below if you have any questions about this comic. And as always, keep PhantomCaving on and keep safe from this virus that is affecting us.